Dear students, now in the continuation of the lab series, now today we are going to give the demonstration of the LCR resonance circuit. So in the module 1, you have already seen the force resonance, and there you have seen if the two frequency are going to match, then you are going to get the resonance. So exactly here, this is what we are going to see. If the two frequency are going to match, then how we will have the maximum value of the current, and that we are going to do with help of the LCR circuit, where the L is the inductor, C is your capacitor, and R is the resistor. This experiment has been very nicely explained and demonstrated by Dr. Shashidhar, and it has been recorded by Avilasa. So now let us look in detail of this experiment.
Shashidhar, Dr. Shashidhar, I'm presenting LCR series and parallel resonance circuit for you, right? Okay, now, so listen here. To understand LCR series resonance circuit, right, what you require is AC source, milliammeter, resistor, capacitor and inductor, right? This circuit works on the principle of resonance. What will happen when the applied, now with the help of AC you can vary the frequency. Now when the applied frequency matches natural frequency of the circuit, maximum energy is transferred across the circuit, hence we say it is said to be at resonance. Now what will happen as you vary frequency, no, right, what will happen, the current through this circuit gradually increase. What you see here is as you vary the frequency, current gradually increase, reach maximum, then decrease, right? So why current is maximum at this particular frequency? Reason being, you can see here, you know, XL means inductive reactance, XC means capacitive reactance. At resonance, XL, that is 2 pi FL, and XC 1 by 2 pi FC are equal. So when both are equal, now when you just equate this, on simplification you get resonant frequency as 1 by 2 pi root of LC, right? In this way one can calculate the resonant frequency of the circuit, right? Now if you look at this graph, what you can see here, current gradually increase, no, because the impedance of the circuit gradually decrease with the frequency, right? In the lower frequency region, capacitance is dominates, right? Whereas the upper higher frequency region, inductance. So here XC dominates, here XL dominates. As a result, current increase, then decrease. Okay, then you can see here from the graph what you can understand is this is the maximum current. If you divide maximum current by root 2, you get a point of inflection, or you can say half power frequency. So this is lower cutoff, upper cutoff. Difference between these two gives you bandwidth. So bandwidth is a region actually which is used for communication. So we use this kind of circuit in radios, no? So when you start tuning the radio, so as you slowly start from this particular frequency, at this particular frequency maximum signal you receive, right? Then slowly it will decrease, right? We use these kinds of circuit in radio, right, and television set, right? And then what you can notice is at this particular frequency current is maximum, no? Hence it is called acceptor circuit. It accepts out of many frequency, one frequency is accepted by the circuit, hence the name acceptor circuit. And it's also called as voltage magnification circuit. Why? Because just see this quality factor is the ratio of energy stored, right, either in inductor or capacitor to the supplied the energy dissipated, right? It is given by FR by bandwidth. So you know how to calculate resonant frequency and bandwidth, right? Bandwidth is what? Difference between upper cutoff and lower cutoff. One can estimate the quality factor theoretically also 1 by R root of L by C. So what is the role of R here? So lower the R value, higher the quality factor. Higher the quality factor, lower will be the noise, right? So higher quality means lower damping, right? Lower R means lower damping, higher quality factor. Okay. So in this way you can conduct a series LCR. Now to plot this graph, now we use this table. Just in this. So you are varying the frequency from 1 to 3.5, steps of 0.5, 3.5 to 5.5, steps of 0.1, 5.5 to 10, steps of 0.5, and we'll note down the current. This is series LCR circuit current. This is parallel LCR circuit current. Till now I explained series LCR. Now I'll explain parallel LCR also. Just see this. This is the circuit diagram for parallel LCR. This is AC source, current meter, resistance and inductor, they are in series. Parallel to that there is a capacitor. Now what will happen? As you go and increase the frequency, current through this gradually decrease, reaches minimum, then starts increasing, correct? So what will happen? Why the current is decreasing? Because impedance starts increasing, reaches maximum here, hence current is the minimum, then starts decreasing. So in the lower frequency region, inductance, that is XL, dominates, and the upper frequency region XC dominates, right? So out of many frequency, this frequency is almost rejected by the circuit, right? So it is also called as current magnification circuit. Why? Because at resonance, what will happen? The current through either inductor or capacitor is Q times, that is quality factor, times the input current. So at lower frequency region, current pass through inductance, and the upper higher frequency region, current pass through capacitance, right? So when you connect the AC across this combination, what will happen? The current through inductor and capacitor will be in opposite phase. So as a result, at resonance, what will happen? The circuit do not draw any current from the source. So this manifests as a higher impedance in the circuit. As a result, higher the impedance, lower the current, right? Now with this graph, what you can calculate is the resonant frequency. It is that frequency at which current is minimum. Then what you do, this whatever minimum value you get now, minimum into root 2, if you draw a line parallel to x-axis, it will cut at 2 points, lower cutoff, upper cutoff. With these two I can calculate the bandwidth. Knowing resonant frequency, I can calculate the quality factor, right? So at the end of the study, now you see, this is what you record at the end. You see this FR by theory, that is 1 by 2 pi root LC, right? With that you can calculate F by theory. Then F by graph, that is series circuit and parallel circuit. You are recording separately. What is FR series, FR parallel. Then bandwidth, you know, in case of series, I maximum by root 2, you get bandwidth. In case of parallel, I minimum into root 2, you get bandwidth, correct? Then quality factor you can calculate with the formula 1 by R root of L by C, theoretically, and graphically FR by bandwidth. So both the cases you are recording, right? Series as well as parallel. Now we shall connect the circuit as shown in the circuit diagram. Okay. Now you see here, for study you require a AC source, right? And then you can see a chassis here. No? In the chassis you can see a milliammeter. No? You can see milliammeter. 2 inductors are there, L1, L2, 3 resistors and 3 capacitors. So as per the symbol, you need to connect the components. So between these two, I will connect AC source. Between these two, milliammeter. Here inductor, capacitor, resistance. Let me close this. Now you can see all these components are in series, right? For parallel, what I do, I will connect AC, milliammeter, inductor and resistor, and here I will short these two and I will connect capacitor so that L and R combination will be parallel with the C, right? Okay, now before I connect AC, some adjustments you need to make. Now you see here, this is your AC supply. What you do, here you can see sine wave. Now just press sine wave here. Why I choose sine wave? Because most of the applications we use sine, and lower noise will be there in the circuit if you use sine wave. And this sine wave has higher RMS, that is why out of 3 I select sine wave, right? And duty cycle, keep it maximum. It is a fraction of time at which the system will be active, right? Then press 20 volt, that is peak to peak, and set maximum amplitude. Maximum amplitude, press 20, press sine, then press into 1K. Just see here, these are the multiplier. Just see this multiplier. This is now, it is 1K now, 1K. Okay, now how do you read this? Imagine, you can see one dot here now. Imagine this dot is at 4, right? 4 into 1, how much? 4K. So 5K, 6K, like that. So what I do, I'll vary frequency from 1 to 10 as per the table. Right? Okay. So now, now all the settings I have made for AC. Then after that, what I do, I'll connect the AC source. Now you see here. So one end of AC, I'll connect to this point number X, right? Then I'll connect to Y, okay. Then next what I do, okay, then let me connect milliammeter, just see this, to one end of milli, then, okay, then you see here, other here you connect, then connect inductance, okay, just see this is your inductance. So I'm selecting L1 here, L1, then other end of L1 you connect at the bottom, right? Then connect a capacitor, right? See this is a capacitor. I'll select one end of capacitor. I'll connect one end of the capacitor here, other end at the bottom, right? So I've selected 0.01 microfarad and inductance L1. Then let me connect a resistor. So out of 3 resistors, I am selecting 750 ohms because lower resistance, what will happen? Bandwidth decrease, sharpness of the circuit increase, right? This is the reason why I select 750 ohms. So now I connected AC source, milliammeter, inductor, capacitor, resistance. Now all the components are in series. Now let me switch on the supply. Okay, just see. Now next what you do, start with 1K. Okay, now you see. Now set 1K here. For 1K, you are getting how much current? 0.03, right? So let me record. Okay, see now, record 0.03. So 0.03 is the current at 1K. Then what you should do is, as you go on vary the frequency, as you go on frequency from 1K to 10K. So what I am doing, just see here, this table. So I am varying frequency, this frequency from 1 to 3.5, 0.5 variation, 3.5 to 5.5, 0.1, 5.5 to 10 in terms of 0.5, and every time record the current. Okay, now you see the variation. I am varying the frequency gradually, right? As you vary frequency, see the current. So I am varying the frequency, see the current. So current gradually increase. See, you can see there, you can see here, current gradually increase, reach maximum. So around 5.72 is the maximum current. Then any frequency above that resonant frequency, current gradually decrease, right? So with this, you can complete series LCR circuit, right? Studies on series LCR. Then we shall move to parallel. For parallel circuit, what I do, let me switch on the supply. Okay, just see this. These two wires now, which I have connected earlier here, I just shifted this side. Okay, so I have changed the position of capacitor now. Okay, now what you can see, I'm sorry, see I am not disturbed the position of AC, milliammeter, inductor, resistor, it is as it is. These two wires, the wires which are connected here now I have removed, right? Now I will short this so that current pass through this path, right? Now current pass through this, right? This path. Now inductor, resistor is parallel with the capacitor, right? Now it is in parallel. Now let me connect, let me switch on. Okay, now in this case, now let me start with 1 kilohertz. As I start from 1K, now I will move up to 10K, just see the current. As you go on vary the frequency, current gradually decrease, reaches minimum, right? Then we can see 0.6, then it is moving up, correct? So you can see at a particular frequency you get a minimum current, right? Okay, now so we have completed parallel as well as series. Now you see how the table look like. Now after entering the reading, what you notice is as you vary from 1 to 10K, you see the current gradually increase, correct? Now so 5 point you can see here 5 point okay, here somewhere here 5.80 is the maximum current. Now for 5.80, what is the resonant frequency? 4. For 4.4 kilohertz, you are getting maximum current. Then the current gradually decrease, correct? Now this is series, right? Okay, then now after this, what do you do? Plot a graph. So as you plot a graph, just see this. This is frequency. This is current. As the frequency gradually increase, current gradually increase, reaches maximum, then it decrease, correct? Now so this is 4.4 kilohertz, correct? Then this is the maximum current by root 2, you draw a line, you get two cutoff, right? Upper cutoff, lower cutoff, upper cutoff, difference gives you bandwidth. This is the resonant frequency. With all this you can calculate the quality factor and proceed further. Now let me move back. Now parallel LCR. So for parallel LCR, just see this. For parallel LCR, just see the tabulation. As you increase frequency, see the current gradually decrease, reaches minimum. How much is the minimum current? 0.49, correct? Now then any frequency above 4.5, just see it is moving up, correct? 4.47 is the minimum. Then any frequency above that, it gradually increase, correct? So the graph look like this. Okay, now for parallel, see the variation. Okay, just see for parallel, as you vary the frequency, current gradually decrease, reaches minimum, then it increase. This is a minimum current into root 2, right? It is just above this now. Draw perpendicular. This is the two cutoff, now lower cutoff, upper cutoff. With this, calculate the bandwidth, knowing quality factor, resonant frequency, estimate the quality factor, right? So finally, let me explain the result of series. By theory, 1 by root of L by C, you get nearly 5 kilohertz as the resonant frequency. By series calculation, series LCR. So series resonance LCR, from the graph, you get resonant frequency around 4.4, parallel nearly 4.6. So bandwidth series I am getting 1.4, parallel 0.85. If you know resonant frequency bandwidth, I can calculate the quality factor, how much, 3.142, and for parallel I am getting around 5 point something. Quality factor by theory, 1 by root of L by C, 4.21. You can write the same. In this we can conclude the experiment. Thank you.
Therefore, dear student, I hope you must have understood the experiment in totality. This experiment is very, very useful for particularly for the electronics engineers. In your household, you use your refrigerator and your TV, and to protect these devices or any electronic devices, you are using the stabilizer. In case of the stabilizer, your aim is how to regulate the value of the current. That is, the value of the current should always be constant, and therefore to regulate the current you require to regulate the voltage. So there you have nothing, you have this exactly this LCR circuit using which you are able to regulate your voltage or the current in the devices, and you are able to protect this. So I hope you must have understood the applications of also the force oscillations which we had done in the module 1. So there we had seen some of the mechanical example, and this is the one of the electronic example, and I hope you must have gained a lot of information like the bandwidth, the quality factor of the wave. All those things can be calculated using this experiment. Looking forward for the next experiment. Thank you very much.